Europe burns under the shadow of war. The armies of Nazi Germany sweep across the continent like an unstoppable storm. Their next target, a city on the banks of the Volga River. A city that carries the name of the Soviet leader himself, Stalingrad. What was meant to be a symbol of conquest would become the graveyard of an empire. On August 23, 1942, the German Luftwaffe unleashed one of the most devastating air raids of the war. More than 1,000 bombers filled the skies, turning Stalingrad into a sea of fire. Factories, schools, homes, all crumbled into dust. Yet amid the flames, the Soviet defenders refused to yield. Civilians, workers, and soldiers fought side by side. Every street, every wall, every ruined building became a fortress. Stalingrad would not fall easily. The battle raged for months. Soldiers fought hand to hand, floor by floor, inside shattered factories and broken apartment blocks. The Germans called it Rattenkrieg, the War of Rats. By day, German troops advanced inch by inch. By night, Soviet soldiers struck back from the shadows. The city became a nightmare maze of rubble and death. Stalingrad cost more than 2 million lives, soldiers and civilians alike. The city was reduced to ashes, but its defenders had achieved the impossible. From that moment on, the tide of war began to turn. Stalingrad became more than a battle. It became a symbol of endurance, of sacrifice, of human will unbroken by fire. In the ruins of that city, the world saw both the worst and the best of humanity. And history would forever remember. Here in Stalingrad, the war began to end. Winter arrived. The Volga froze. Blood mixed with snow. Then came November 19, 1942. The Soviets launched Operation Uranus, a massive counterattack that struck at the flanks of the German Sixth Army. Within days, two great Soviet forces met behind the German lines, closing the trap. 300,000 German soldiers were surrounded in the ruins of Stalingrad. Supplies ran out. Temperatures dropped below -30 degrees. Hunger, frost, and despair devoured the trapped army. Hitler demanded they fight to the last man. But their fate was sealed. On February 2nd, 1943, German Field Marshal Friedrich Paulus surrendered. Of the hundreds of thousands who entered Stalingrad, only a few thousand would ever return home. The once proud Sixth Army had been annihilated, and with it, the myth of Nazi invincibility. If you found this story powerful, don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more stories that shaped our world. Your support helps us bring history to life, one battle, one story at a time.